Ladies and gentlemen,
please sign into YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. Now enjoy the CineTalk with the one and only CineTalk.
let's get ready to rumble.
All right, so we're going to call somebody in. We're going to call in a live guest, and that live guest that we are going to call in today is none other than the Diamond.
Can I rub his face again?
You can, sure. Go ahead.
Rub his face.
Rub it. Rub it. All right, we are going to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the Random Rants news today because we are going to be doing our fictional fantasy football draft. And what this is, the fans get to vote on who did the best, and I will make an extra clip of this, and it might be the only clip.
Yeah.
But I might make an extra clip of this and put it out there. And so this way people can check this out, see who did the best in our fictional fantasy football draft. What we're going to do, we have Bryman here. I'm going to go over the rules. How does this work? Well, you draft a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, flex position, and head coach. The rules are you draft the people who were in football movies. Doesn't have to necessarily be a football movie, but there has to be a football player in the movie. So like you could draft Jenko from 22 Jump Street, and he could be your wide receiver. You could draft Zook from 22 Jump Street. He could be your quarterback. So once you draft them, they are off the board. Nobody else can draft them. Those are the rules.
Double fantasy points, by the way, if you draft both of them and they have a big game.
Yes.
That is true. That is double fantasy points. That's very true. Good call. We are going to draft our team. We will do a quick coin flip here to see who goes. We're going to do a little quick. I will fast forward through all of this. But in the meantime, we're going to do this. Me and Chad, we're going to go. You pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
All right, we are back. So Chad is going to be going first. Brian is going to be going second. I am going to be going third. All right, Chad, who is your first pick?
I am starting right at the top. I want my team to be in shape. I want them to be ready to play some football. I am going to go with Coach Herman Boone. Denzel Washington, remember the Titans. He is a no frills, get in there, get the job done kind of coach. He took, against all odds, he took his team undefeated to the state title. On top of that, and on top of that, he says this is no democracy. It is a dictatorship. I am the law. Listen, you're gonna listen to me, and that's it.
All right, he's going right from the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got his coach off.
Top-down organization. I like it.
Yep.
Coach off the board for Chad, and nobody can pick him.
Nope.
All right, Mr. Bryman, who you going with?
As much as I like going with a head coach to sort of set the tone for the team, the players are the ones who win games on the field. And the most important position in fantasy sports is quarterback. So I will be going with Shane Falco. Bullets.
The loser of the Sugar Bowl.
The loser of the Sugar Bowl.
You're taking the loser.
A lot of money, but at the end of the day, that's the guy who I want leading my team in the biggest fictional game of the year.
All right, well, my guy is there was a lot of quarterbacks. Shane Falco was one of them. He's obviously off the board. Johnny Utah from Point Break, he was a quarterback. He actually won the Rose Bowl, and they talked about it in Point Break. But there was also Cushman, Jerry O'Connell's character in Jerry Maguire. Great quarterback. He was going to be the #1 draft pick. All that stuff. Drew Bledsoe was in that movie as well. I could have taken him. But the guy that I am picking is Flash Gordon, because not only did he save the universe, he also defeated the #1 villain in that movie. And that is Ming the Merciless.
Nice.
And so I'm going to take Flash Gordon as my #1 pick.
Nice. I like that.
Overall, Flash.
He was my #1. He was on my list as #1 quarterback to take if he was still available.
Oh, yeah, got him.
Nice.
Got
He
him.
was my #2.
Yeah.
#2. Who does #2 work for?
So you get the wraparound. You
I
get the next pick.
That's very true. All right. So, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna go the Chad route. I'm gonna now that I got my quarterback.
Yep.
I want somebody that's gonna draw up some good plans.
Yep.
Draw up some good, designs for the offense. And there's nobody out there that has a better mind for offense than Coach Klein from Waterboy.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's right. I'm taking the Fonz.
All right.
Yes, I am taking Coach Klein, Henry Winkler as my coach because he has that playbook that he has drawn up all these plays that are just awesome.
Going a little bit older. I like that.
I like that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm taking Henry Winkler or Coach Klein as my coach.
I like that.
Overall,
I like
love
that
the
pick.
guy. Love him.
I like it.
All right. All right. So we're gonna go back. Now we go back to Brian.
I'm going to assume that our fictional league here is much like any other fantasy league that we play in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play fantasy football, you know that PPR leagues, point per reception leagues, rule the world. That's how you win fantasy football championships.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with a wide receiver.
Good
I'm
job.
going to go with a guy who I know is going to catch a lot of balls. Rod Tidwell.
Damn it! That was a great steal. Let's catch an instant replay of that.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, that's a big pick.
Son of a gun!
That's a big pickup.
Falco to Rod Tidwell all day long.
That is
that's
nice.
That's a good pick. That was my number one wide receiver.
That is nice right
Oh, Rod Tidwell. Ah,
Wow.
jeez. All right.
there. That is unbelievable.
I like my secondary receiver. I think nobody's going to pick him. So go ahead, Chad. Who's your number one pick?
So I think the obvious way to go here would be go quarterback. But you guys are already drafted your quarterback. So
you
I
can
can
wait.
save that. I can save that position.
Okay.
I'm going to go wide receiver right now because we need a guy that can catch the ball.
Yep.
And nobody catches the ball better than Charlie Tweeter from Varsity Blues. That dude is unbelievable. He does not drop a ball. And plus, if you get in trouble and you need to get a getaway car, he can steal a cop car and take off with it. I need that kind of player on this team.
He's very versatile. He's kind of like the Danny Woodhead of fantasy football.
Yeah, he's that white slot receiver guy that you need out there.
He's what Wes Welker used to be?
He is Wes Welker back 5 years ago.
Edelman?
Yeah. He's a brute, man. He's a brute. He can
without the cheating.
Yeah. He can take a hit. He can definitely take a hit.
All right, so now we're going back for the swing around.
Swing it back around.
Yeah.
And I am going to take my running back right now.
Okay.
This is the first running back off the board, right?
Yes, it is. If you take my running back.
And this is a deep cut right here. I'm taking a big risk on taking this one because he's young and he does not have that much experience.
Oh, Jesus.
I am going with Johnny Vennaro.
Who?
The Little Giants. The Little Giants. Now listen, I could have went with Spike. Spike was the obvious choice for a running back here.
Okay.
He loves the power eye. He's a power running back. But this kid, one touch. He had one touch. He scored a touchdown.
Okay.
All you needed is his dad in the end zone. You need his dad in the end zone. I want to see what this kid can do. They gave him one touch, one carry in his lifetime, and he scored a touchdown. It was like a 90-yard touchdown, too.
It's impressive.
It was very impressive, and then they sat him. He's coming.
It makes no sense.
He's coming on my team, and Boone is taking him to the top of the running back fucking list right here.
Wow, he even dropped the F-bomb on that one.
I got one per show.
All right, Brian, man. Who's your next pick?
Well, that's really hilarious because Chad and I are going back to back here.
Yep.
And I am taking Spike.
Oh!
Whose father rubbed his calves with whole milk before games.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
That's a fun little fact.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Spike was an animal.
He was.
That guy got anywhere near the end zone. He sniffed it. He was in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a guy. I need that guy on my fantasy team.
You went with power. I went with finesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like north and south runners.
Yep. Yeah.
And Spike is a north runner.
I think mine's a more of a Barry Sanders kind of running back, and you took the more of the Jerome Bettis kind of.
Yes. With a really mean attitude.
But Spike don't play with girls, so you can't have any girls on your team.
Yeah. If you have a girl, that's his kryptonite. If you have a girl named Lunchbox on the team, she will eat him up.
Hopefully you don't draft Goldie Hawn as your coach then, because that's gonna be really difficult for him to play under a female coach.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Boy, yeah, geez, you know what, Shane? Maybe cut that part out. Your mom's gonna be pissed at me. The way I said it, for sure.
All right, so you're going that route. I'm also going to draft my running back.
Yep.
And I'm going with the modern take of the longest yard. And I am taking, it's going down, down, baby. No, I'm taking Nelly, baby. Earl
Band-Aid
Megget.
and everything?
Earl Megget. That's right. I am taking him. I'm taking Country Grammar himself because not only is he a good running back, he's solid taking all those carries, he's quick, he's versatile out of the backfield. Not only is that the case, but he can bring you a nice rap show in the locker room.
He can do the halftime show.
That's right, baby. He can do it all. That's what I'm looking for out of my running back. How many points you get for a halftime appearance?
It's getting hot in here. I like it.
So
I like that
that's what
pick.
I'm taking as my running back.
I like that pick.
Now I'm doing the wraparound
Yep.
here. Now, and this was very difficult, is the flex position.
Because that could be anything.
So many different people. So I had several people. I'm going to name some people that I had. You can do whatever you want to do. You can yell at me, whatever. I don't care. I'm naming some people here. So there was the first person that I had was the leg.
Yeah. From the little giant.
Nigel the leg. Yes, I had him.
Yeah.
Nigel Gruff. Yes, I had him. That was a necessary roughness.
Unnecessary.
That was necessary roughness.
Necessary roughness. Yeah.
That's the replacement.
No, the necessary roughness was
Oh yeah, the guy that smoked the
Kathy
cigarettes,
Ireland.
right?
Kathy Ireland.
Yeah.
So it was Nigel the Leg Ruff from I get those two movies I missed up all the time from The Replacements. I had him originally. I was kind of like, no, you know what? I do kind of want a kicker, but I picked somebody that was like, you know, who's even better than them? Not necessarily as a better kicker, but just a better name. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. And that's because of Bryman. But I couldn't even take him or her. I couldn't take that. No. I went with my kicker as none other than Snowflake from Ace Ventura, who kicked field goals during halftime.
All right.
That's who I'm taking.
I like that pick. I'll clap for that one.
He does not miss.
I like
That's
that
right.
one.
He does not miss. I am taking Snowflake from Ace Ventura. That boy does not miss.
Nah, I like that one.
All right, so he is my kicker.
Impressive.
That's right. I'm going in. I'm going deep. I'm going deep. Bottlenose.
Wow.
Do you know him? Does he call you at home?
Oh, man.
All right, Brian.
Interesting pick.
Who's up with you?
It seems like I am piggybacking off of a lot of people here because I'm
Oh.
also going to go the animal route for my flex position.
Uh-oh. I know where he's going with this, I think.
And like I said,
Oh, I think so too.
Fantasy football is a PPR league.
Yep, here we go. I know who it is.
Golden receiver.
Air Bud is off the board.
I think my mom just, you redeemed yourself in my mom's eyes by picking a dog.
I like that pickup.
All right.
Can I just point out this was a really tough call for me because as I said earlier, I love to have in fantasy football if you have your quarterback throwing to your own guy, you get the double points.
Yeah.
I was very close second to taking Brian Murphy, who was the tight end in the replacements. He was the sign language guy. He was deaf.
Yeah.
He was a player.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that would have been a good pickup too.
Yeah. But I had to go with Air Bud. Got to mix this up a little.
Okay.
I'm up, right?
You are up. Yes,
I am
indeed.
piggybacking off what you just said. All right? I'm going to go with the connect here, and I'm going with Moxon as my quarterback from Varsity Blues.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Chad, I don't want your life.
But I'm giving him a talking to, though.
I am not putting that whipped cream bikini on.
I was going to say, I'm going to give him a talking to, because if he ever refuses that ever again, it's over. He's off the team.
Who's gonna be your quarterback?
I will put Johnny Vennaro in there. We knew he could throw the ball. I have to go with the connect here.
All right.
I'm going with the connect. They work together already. They know what they're doing together. They know their routes.
I like it.
I do too.
All right, so who's your wraparound pick and your last pick?
I am going with my flex right now. It's the only position I have left. Now, like what you said, you could go for a kicker here.
You could.
But I think Moxon can kick the ball. I think he's going to be my kicker too.
Whoa.
So I'm going with defense here. I'm going with a defensive player.
Yeah, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, I think.
No.
Fictionally.
I am not going with the water boy.
Whoa!
I am not going with the water boy. I am passing him up because the guy that I'm picking had one of the biggest hits in movie history. He laid this guy out could not play ever again in his life. I am going with Sack Lodge from Wedding Crashers. Bradley Cooper.
That's excellent. That's
all
excellent.
right. I'm going with him for 3 reasons, all right? Reason number 1, he has the name Sack as his name.
Yes.
He is a sack machine, all right? Number 2, he put the biggest hit on anybody in movie history. And number 3, the simple fact, he's from Maryland, and they do nothing but football.
Crab cakes and football.
And crab cakes.
That's what Maryland does. That's a sack lunch.
That is my team right there. We are going to the fantasy football. What is this fantasy football?
Fictional Fantasy Football Draft.
They are going to the championship. Championship. Boone is taking them.
I like that. All right, so that's your last pick. What about you, Brian?
My team name, by the way, is the Boone Goons.
So I need my head coach.
Yep.
Okay.
And I believe that my starting quarterback, in order to get the most out of him, you need his head coach. Jimmy McGinty, head coach of the Washington Bullets.
Yes. Yep.
He is the guy who has he's the motivational, inspirational kind of guy that Shane Falco needs to take the next step.
Yeah, he needs him. Yep.
And I believe that his sort of soft yet disciplined touch guide him.
Almost had a spit take there.
So, Jimmy McGinty is my head coach.
Solid pick.
Okay. All right.
Solid.
So I have as my the person. Nope.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to point out too that Gene Hackman in the history of cinema is probably the greatest fictional overall coach who has ever lived.
Okay, yeah, I can give you that.
Jimmy McGinty, Hoosiers.
Yep.
He's the man.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good at being a
real
head
good.
coach. Fictional head coach.
He's a great fake coach.
He's no Brian Dennehy.
No.
Anyway, my wide receiver, the guy I'm actually going to pick, is my final pick, wide receiver. And this is somebody I know nobody's going to pick because I don't think anybody could ever think of him as actually being a wide receiver in a football movie. Because this is not a football movie. What?
Featherstone from Necessary Roughness.
No. My last pick is going to be a man who outran a stadium collapsing for a touchdown. His name is Hines Ward. Yes. He was in The Dark Knight Rises, and not only did he catch a return, this is a return kick. He outran not every defender, but he also outran the freaking earthquake that Mr. Bane himself destroyed the stadium, turns around, stadium collapse, and that's right. And not only that, but now we know who can catch a ball because he has 1,000 career catches. This is the Mr. 3000 of football.
Yeah.
That's Mr. 3000 of football. We have Hines Ward, who can not only catch, return kicks. He is a stud, has 85 career touchdowns. That is my wide receiver, damn it. That's who I'm picking.
That's impressive.
Only 2 people who can beat me. And Hines Ward.
You did draft one good player. Congratulations.
Hey, I picked everybody's like first or second quarterback.
I am really surprised at this one that Tom Brady did not get picked up from Ted.
Ted, yeah. Well,
He was in Ted too.
nobody likes cheaters.
Yeah, but he wins Super Bowls.
That is very true.
He puts up the numbers.
That is true.
So it doesn't matter, you know? But
I think we all have pretty good teams.
I think we all have good teams. We're gonna post these, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna post these.
I'll post them in the description.
Can I make some honorable mentions for each position?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, very quickly. Quarterback, Paul Blake, Necessary Roughness.
Yep.
Yes.
Running back, Darnell Jefferson from the program.
Yep.
Very good. Very good.
Wide receiver, Clifford Franklin from the Replacements. Head coach, Tony D'Amato, any given Sunday. Was kind of surprised not to hear his name. And I got a couple of flex positions I'd like to bring out. Turley, also known as the Great Khali from the Longest Yard.
Okay.
I mentioned Brian Murphy. And Cheeseburger Eddie.
I was gonna say Cheeseburger Eddie. Yeah.
From the Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Texas.
I mean, yeah.
My honorable mention.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Dan Marino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, so
Ace Ventura, baby. He was in
I
it.
couldn't take him as a fictional guy. He played himself.
Who cares?
He wore the uniform.
That's why I went with Hines Ward. He
Yeah.
actually played himself. You could have picked Ben Roethlisberger because they were all on the sidelines.
Well, yeah, that's true. So was my guy Brett Kiesel, the greatest beard ever.
Now, the one thing that I will say, overall, the person that is going to be managing all my players is the agent off the field, and that is going to be Jerry Maguire. I think Chad would go with Bob Sugar. That is Jay Moore.
Oh,
from
okay.
Jerry
Okay.
Maguire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I know you don't like Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Bob
Is there
Sugar
a
is
way for
good.
us to determine a fictional winner here at some point?
It's going to be whoever the fans vote for. Whoever voted for who has the best team.
I think we should take this list, post it on our Facebook page, and let people comment on it and tell us who, and we'll give them a week. Comment on that. We'll give
All
them
right,
a
so
week.
we'll read down the list real quick.
Yep.
Right now, what was your team?
Starting at the coach, I'm gonna go with the coach, Herman Boone. Quarterback is Johnny Moxon.
Okay.
Running back is Johnny Vennaro. Wide receiver is Charlie Tweeter, and my flex is Sack Lodge.
Okay. And who is your team, Brian?
Head coach Jimmy McGinty. Quarterback Shane Falco. Running back Spike from Little Giants. Wide receiver Rod Tidwell. And my flex position, Air Bud, golden receiver.
Excellent.
that.
Okay. Mine is the head coach is Henry Winkler's Coach Klein. Quarterback, Flash Gordon.
Oh, man.
Running back is Earl Megget, a.k.a. Nelly. Wide receiver is Hines Ward. And my flex position is Snowflake. From Ace Ventura.
I would love to.
Would vote for your team.
I would love to see Flash Gordon throw a ball to Hines Ward.
That would be fantastic. That is fantastic.
Snowflake kicks the extra point.
Yeah.
It's pretty
You
great.
just have to wheel out the pool into the middle of the field. I think it works perfectly. Snowflake doesn't
You're
miss.
the host, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just squirrels trying to get nuts.
Yep.
All right, so that's it pretty much for the show today. I appreciate for everybody for watching. What we're gonna do is I can't change the screen. Actually, you know what? We're gonna say bye to Brian.
Yeah, we're gonna keep him up. Let's keep him up there.
I gotta put stuff up there.
Oh, all right, Brian, we got to get ready.
Yeah,
Before we go,
Yep.
since it's Super Bowl Sunday, can we just get some picks, thoughts on today's game?
Yeah.
I will give you I think Denver is going to win, and that's it because I want Peyton Manning to win. That's all.
Okay, that was mine too. Never mind.
I will go with the betting route, and I would take Denver with the 5.5 points, and I would take the under because it's at 48.5. I think.
So you think it's gonna be a lower scoring game.
Lower scoring, and I think they can either cover or beat the Carolina Panthers. So
Two good defenses. I would take the under on that
Yeah.
too.
I'm saying Peyton Manning's gonna go back to vintage Peyton. They're gonna score more than that.
they're going to score more than 48
Both teams
themselves.
combined. Both teams combined. They will because I think Peyton Manning is going to throw up like 30 plus points himself.
That is a bold predict.
That's right.
Predicament.
Peyton Manning, baby.
That's a bold predicament.
That's why, and he's going to start off the game with 3 interceptions. Now watch.
Josh Norman's going to take him to the house on the first play.
Brian, I want to thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much.
you for
having me.
Thank you for showing up.
We hope that the Skype thing
thanks
worked
you.
out okay. We hope it worked out okay. The Skyping in.
I like
We'll
that
find
painting
out.
in the background, by the way, too.
George
you.
Washington.
Yeah.
And the fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
Fleur.
Thank you for showing up.
Fleur.
Thank you.
It's like, you know what? You almost have like a field goal, like your head's going through the 2 flower pots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very football reference. Yeah, look at that.
There you go.
That's very nice. All right.
The natural lighting is excellent.
Yes, the natural lighting is good.
Oh, well, thank you, Casey. Case closed.
All right.
The judge.
We will, and that's what we were talking about last night. That was one of the things that we commented on. All right. So we will say bye to Brian.
Bye, Brian.
See you later, Brian.
I'm waving. You can't
Enjoy
see me,
Super
but I'm
Bowl Sunday,
waving.
everyone.
Yes. Thanks for coming on. Well, I'm sure we'll be in touch.
All right.
All right, man. Have a good Super Bowl Sunday.
You too.
Peace out.
Thanks for having me.
All right. And now that we are finally done with our fictional fantasy football league draft, we are going to time to sign off.